Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Painting with Victor Rigoli. Got a little quick tip for you in the studio this evening, and I was working on some 6 by 8 inch panels that I'd cut out of a this is about a 3/8 MDF board, and I put several coats of gesso on it, probably at least 4 coats of gesso on these things. I also seal the back with a sealant that I have that I use. And I had toned these with a kind of a transparent red oxide color. And I did these a month or so ago, at least a month or so ago, and cut them out, got them prepped, put the tone on it. And I've got 10 right here that I was working on, and I toned all of them and everything. I like using transparent red oxide. What I plan to do with these things is I want to do some small paintings, of course, but we got fall coming up. We're in the fall. I mean, the first day of fall is this weekend in September here, and I'm going to do probably some small fall-like paintings, but I got some others that I want to do too. I go through and I make a list of I able to save some photos, and I put them in folders and everything. So I've got a fall, I got a winter, spring, summer, all that kind of stuff. And I've got seascapes and landscapes and marshlands, and I've got Christmas and winter scenes and all that kind of stuff. So, but I identified several pictures that I thought, hey, that might make a good painting. And so I put it into what I call my small works folder, or small paintings folder. And, but in the little tip here is that, yeah, you might like to tone your panel board or your canvas that you're about to work on. And that takes the whiteness away and helps you to, kind of get your values good on your panel. And also, it makes your color sometimes a little bit more vibrant. And the struggle that I had with these, and put all these over here to the side, but they for the longest time, I had them stacked up in a certain area, and I'd pull one out and I'd feel it, and it felt tacky. It felt sticky. I could rub some of the paint off, and it's like, man, these things aren't drying. And I used a little liquid with it and a little bit of odorless mineral spirits and thinned it down. So I figured with odorless mineral spirits and putting a little liquid in it, the Galcid material medium in it, it would speed up the drying, right? Well, for some reason it didn't do it. And I think partly because for a long time I had a lot of them stacked up like this. Okay. And I noticed that they were starting to get stuck together, and that's a big issue, can be a big issue. And it's like, okay, what am I going to do? So I just set them outside for a little while on a little ledge we've got around our brick ledge that we've got around our air conditioning unit to kind of hide it. And I just set them all on top there, and they've been out there for a couple of days, and they're dry. They are dry. And I had to wipe them off a little bit, got some dust on them and all that kind of stuff, but they are good to go. So sometimes it's your environment. It might be too humid where your studio is, and it's slowing down the drying process. Sometimes you'll have to take and get it out of your studio and put it in somewhere else and lay them out where, it's not as humid and moist and everything, and it's dry, so that it will speed up the drying of those panels. But anyway, that's the tip there is, you got to figure out where best to actually put your panel so they can dry faster, and then make them ready so you can start painting. But that's just a little tip today. Hopefully you enjoyed the tip and everything. And thanks for tuning in and checking out the content. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends and family and fellow artists and those that might be interested in learning a little bit about making their own panels. I've got a couple other videos out there on that, but this is a little tip there about helping to speed up the drying process. So, but anyway, take care, everybody, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye now.